Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers some magazines for kids who are 17. But I don't know what to do, staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends, but I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century, or will I be forgotten, or the talk of the town?
And welcome back to KidMattersTV with Mom and Dad, late night playing Lego Harry Potter. What kind of trouble will we get into tonight, Joe?
Hang on a moment. Getting rid of it. Echo.
Echo? There. Okay. I apologize in advance for any sneezing. I seem to be having an allergy attack.
Oops. Wrong screen. Sorry.
No, what do you mean wrong?
I was on the intro-outro by habit.
There's a giant black screen because I do not want to be on camera. No, Joe.
Sorry.
Camera is off.
Such streaming skills.
This is why the camera was off, because mistakes happen.
Anyway.
There's so much gold here.
I gotta switch the music too.
Why is there... Is this a bullying situation? Hey! Oops. Nope. Can't do anything about them. Okay. I can do something about this, though. One of my new talents. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think this might be my favorite part of the game, where we learn how to fly. This isn't it. No.
Oh, the brooms.
I want to learn how to fly. I love that part. We learn the mandrakes. Which is
Fix that
also
later.
good. Whee!
It's an interesting experiment is in OBS Studio is if I could wind up switching between studio mode and the preview mode back and forth while you're actually streaming.
Oh.
Not that I want to do that right now. Something to do later for testing.
That little rabbit. I should put a glass. Okay. Yep. We learned how to stop the vines. Last episode.
The music is still off from last time, right?
Yes, but
okay,
the music from...
But you get the incidental.
Yeah. Oh dear. This is... I don't remember this happening in the book. Okay. No, too close. Please let me out. Not you, that.
Yeah, SquishyCake was saying that she wanted to do let's see how many coins we can get in one session.
Will it be enough to buy a new character? Yes. Can I have... I want that up there. Oh. Whoa. Hello. What? That's not what I thought that did. It's been a really long time since I played this apparently. Oh man. I remember we had this all unlocked on the PS3.
Yep.
Starting from scratch.
I feel that way with a lot of the Lego games once we have picked up copies on Steam. It's like, oh no, gotta start all over again.
Yeah, especially that that newest one with Guardians of the Galaxy. That would took forever for me to unlock everything. I still don't think I have everything unlocked.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it recently.
It was just too much.
I think that was our first big scandal for the gaming with the kids.
Oh?
Was the Gabe deleting the game save.
It was a Lego game. It was the Batman, though.
Was it Batman?
Yeah, he deleted Batman by accident. Like, all the save stuff on Batman. And started over.
No, just keep clicking buttons without asking anybody what they mean. So it's like, you want to overwrite that first save slot or whatever slot it was.
Right.
But yeah, no, keep going. Yep, yep.
Nothing can go wrong here.
So I keep telling them, I have a question to ask.
Just ask for help. Ask for help. It's hard when you're a kid. You don't want to ask for help. You want to know all the right answers yourself. Why? Ooh.
And we look at like this wizarding school with all the creatures and stuff that goes on in their school. You go, why would you want to send your kid to that? And then wizards probably just go,
Haven't you seen that Harry Potter homeschool one? Hogwarts versus the homeschooled wizard? I thought I said
there was a homeschool one?
Yeah, there was a wizard that had been homeschooled, and they were all, well, what would you have learned there? She's like, I don't know, math? That could be helpful. Don't eat that, that's poison! What? No, can't be. It was, very humorous. Because at Hogwarts, they only teach you magic, they don't teach you logical things, apparently. Oh, oops. Like, stepping into...
A vine trap. Or saving your pal from one.
I'm trying! I only have so many hands! Jeez, Ron. Could you, like, not get into trouble while we're here?
Oh, third wheel thing. Yeah, not third.
Yeah. No, because it ends up being that Harry Potter's the third wheel. Alright. I think I cleared the room. Yes, I have an arrow. I can leave now. Whee! So that means I should be able to go like that. Ooh.
Feed me, Seymour.
What?
Sorry.
No,
That's the Little Shop of Horrors
well,
reference.
I'm about to feed him, so there you go. Nothing? Oh, here we go. There's more stuff to feed him. A tire? Oh, okay. I assume this weight is going here somewhere. There we go. Finally full? Give me money. Give me money. Thank you.
It's bad for you. I'll eat it anyway.
Makes sense to him.
Hogwarts, where a walk in the school garden could kill you.
It could. Actually, a lot of things could make a wrong turn down a corridor, go to the bathroom.
Nope.
Take a potions class with Snape.
Is there like some website resource with the how many potential deaths, let alone real ones?
How many deaths happened during the stay?
Right. Like the troll in the bathroom counts as one.
Right.
The meeting the three-headed dog. It's another one.
I mean, they did have a lot of risks. What is going on here? What? What? Thank you, but what?
Flowers that grow as baboons. Don't you have that in your country?
I know of. What's that? Can I hit it? Can't hit it yet. Sorry, man. Or not. Oh, yay! Yay! Ha ha ha! My favorite part.
Into
Yep.
the wild.
Go ahead, throw it. Oops. Oh no.
Nothing like getting a bloody nose. That long bottom.
Yup. Of course it was long bottom.
I wonder if Hogwarts throws around a reputation of 20 students per faculty member.
It's a good question. How many, does the janitor count? Because he was very, very bad.
You mean janitor a la hall monitor a la red wedding?
Right. He was bad.
Don't they have you play like a Quidditch match in here too?
I think you do, yeah.
It's gotta be awkward.
What?
I just flying around broomwise and trying to do Quidditch.
The actual game of Quidditch?
Right.
It's like horseback riding in the air on a broom.
Ooh. Now what?
Now what? That's a good question. I don't remember. More money! Okay, no, I'm kidding. Arrow! Follow the arrow.
This arrow?
Very helpful.
See, back in the... shouldn't say back in the day. Later on, they figured that maybe we should put some ghostly single block coin things leading away where you need to go.
See? Where is it? See?
Yeah, the kind of faded ones right there.
Yeah. Because you got the ghost guys follow it, like show you where to go. But you might lose track of him, and he's wicked slow.
Well, that's in case you can go wandering off to do something. And then you can come back.
I may
Or
have
catch up, I
explored
mean.
this area a little bit.
I remember watching you guys one time years ago playing this. I just remember like it was like some potion thing you guys are trying to get, right?
Yes.
It took like an hour or something. Just felt like it was going
running
on
around
forever.
trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
Bubble, bubble, bubble. We won't get to the trouble.
Well, I think I need to build this so the fountains go or something. I can't.
It seems like they're kind of bouncing together. Of the pattern. A gyroscope. What do you need a gyroscope? Hey, Luke Lee!
Hey, Luke Lee!
It's a late night stream indeed.
Okay. Now I need this.
You'll be happy to know that Tragen and I did some Satisfactory today. I don't know how much it's going to take to, like, edit that up, but you doing that. And then Roxy did a little bit of Sims 4. So, again, not sure how much editing that's going to take. Because there's, like, big sections where, okay, nothing's really going on because we're waiting for her sim to go to work.
Yeah.
Because she's out of money.
There's nothing for her to do but stand there.
So some of that's obviously going to get sliced out.
Okay. I have to get on this? No. That!
I also played some, the other day played some Battlefront 2. That's not really for the channel. A little bit above the, I think it's Peggy 16, I think.
You just,
Too much people violence.
Okay,
How are you supposed to get across that divide?
I need to get on the broom, but I can't get on the broom. Because it's weird?
Because it's outside. Oh.
No, because it should turn blue. I don't think I jump on it.
You have to be a specific character?
It would have to be Harry. There we go.
Hey!
About timing.
You need to get cranky if, like, the brooms aren't used on the walkway.
Normally, they aren't.
Minus 10 points for Gryffindor.
See, there's Quidditch down there. What are you doing?
I also tried to get the kids to do some simulator stuff, but they were resistant on that. So we tried to do, what was it, lifting simulator was the one I finally got them all convinced to do, and that lasted all of, like, maybe 10 minutes before, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yep. Oh, I remember.
Well, it's hard to do those click simulators where all you're doing is just clickety, clickety, click.
Yeah.
And they're much more wanting to do the interactive.
I like the mining ones better.
Well, they did wind up doing, Tragen and Roxy did wind up doing Restaurant Tycoon, too. And I kind of joined them for a little bit. I was intrigued because they were saying that you could do a second level on that. Because it used to be, you do your restaurant and then you just expand the plot, which just makes your restaurant bigger. But I guess now they're working on trying to get it to be where you can have a second level.
Ah.
And so they have this construction store. And you can go in there and you can buy walls and roof and a stairway to go and drop in. And so we dropped the stairway in and tried to do the walls, but we're missing evidently some keyboard commands because Trajan figured out that you could raise the camera view by doing, like, what was it, Q and E, but that wouldn't affect, when you're in build mode, that wouldn't affect the walls. So the walls would keep trying to shuffle around on the first floor. And you're like, I just wanted to get up to the second floor. How do I move the walls to the second floor? I don't know if it isn't ready for prime time or if we're just missing some keyboard commands. Yeah, Luke Lee was saying he was trying to join in too. Yeah, the server was busy for some reason, and then on top of that, unfortunately, the Restaurant Tycoon only usually lets 6 people in at a time or something like that. So it's pretty restrictive on how many people you can mush in on one session. All in all, it looks like you should be able to do a second level, and I think maybe it's just we're just missing a keyboard command, sort of like that raising and lowering the camera we found out was Q&E. There's nothing that tells you that. Anyway.
Whoa.
That's a fair bit of coin.
Yay, for me.
Oh, is this where you gotta, have you already gotta stop the, snake?
We have to stop
shaking.
Snape from...
Snape, sorry.
But yeah. We thought it was Snape, turns out it wasn't Snape.
I still get a kick out of that blur of the foreground when it's up close like that.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's like a schematic, like a template for like this building right here with the floors.
I would think so.
Because it very much feels like several other, like especially like the Lego Movie game where they're moving around like this.
Right.
Like, did you guys just basically just reskin it? And we'll take the level from Harry Potter and then we'll just kind of just redo it, but it's essentially the same thing. Same template.
Oh.
And what was it? Hadrian was playing, what was that, Little Big Planet 2 or 3?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm really surprised we haven't done that for the channel yet.
I know. That would be a fun one for the whole family.
Yep.
Because we're playing a game.
Yep.
She missed my challenge here.
So, we still have to do the studio tour filming part.
Yes.
We had sick people, so we get around to doing all the filming that we wanted to do. But in regards to the studio, I was going to make a comment that when it get around to like redoing it, I want to do like a console area, you know, sort of like out in the playroom, or just have it back out in the playroom for that matter, where it's the you know, big screen TV and be able to have the couch where you get everybody in one shot.
Yes. Like that one. I really
Luke
like
Lee
that
says
one.
he's pretty tired because he's streamed 5 times today.
Luke Lee, what are you doing?
Shouldn't it be like 1 or 2 times tops? Like once in the morning, once in the evening, 2.5 hour stretches kind of thing. I do give Luke Lee credit. He just like, oh, I feel like streaming. And he'll just turn it on and go run with it.
Yeah, I definitely don't have energy for that.
Right. And then I'm not online all the time to even catch the streams. But I do pop in from time to time. He'll attest to that. I'll be at work and I'll see it. If I happen to be free, I'll pop in for like a couple minutes. The kids
pop in all the time. Roxy will be like, oh, Luke Lee's streaming, Mom. Okay. We were talking.
Oh, and Tragen was talking about, he was doing the Yeet.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's been doing that lately a lot. Yeet! I'm like, what's with doing that all the time? He's like, oh, it's just something Luke Lee says. But 5 times, that's good. Hopefully you got some good turnout on that, Luke Lee. He says he's going to hang out and watch for like 15 minutes.
That's cool. Thank you, Luke Lee.
Yeah, no pressure to finish the level then.
Definitely not. We'll be here a while.
Like to, you know, fool around with your chests and collecting stuff.
Yes. And I do, I know. I'm a little slow because I like to get all the things.
Lukey says, I'm hyped for that, though. Found out another really cool simulator that I think we should play because it's Halloween soon. It's called Halloween Simulator.
Oh.
I actually pointed that out to Tragen, and him and I jumped in there really quick to test it out. And it was I don't really know what I'm doing other than taking this bag and collecting some candy, and then there's like some boss fight. And I hopped in there and was literally like spawned in right on top of the boss and couldn't get away. I'm like, okay, that was fun. No weapons, no explanation of what's going on. Like, maybe we'll have to try that later when we have time. If that's the same one you're talking about. It was on the popular games. It was like second row, I think, today. Why would you have 3 wash basin tub things up there?
So that you break it and get money.
Just questioning why they would have it in the stands of a Quidditch match. That's all.
They can.
Luke Lee says that's it. So, is it sort of like what's the mining simulator where you just go and do the collecting of candy to get points and then get something, I'm assuming, for the boss fight, because there's like a couple of purchase huts. And I know one of them was for your backpack, and then another one was for like a multiplier for the bag. So like, if you had a better bag, you'd pick up 1 candy, and if you had a better bag, it would be like a 1.5 multiplier or whatever, depending, obviously, the higher end. I didn't look through the whole list.
How am I supposed to get past this guy? He's making me mad. I need to be a rat again.
A rat? Or which is part up here?
Up on the stairs. Hey! Scared me away.
Is this that hole where it doesn't snap right?
Yes. Because unfortunately they made it in these original ones where like you had to really nail it on the landing, otherwise it did not snap properly. So I nailed it that time. See how the coin showed up? Let me know that I got it right. But then they leave it so you can still move it by accident. Still not helpful.
Right. Like, you just barely touch it and then it goes floating off. So, what's the deal?
So I have to get past this kid, and because the kid is a prefect, he keeps telling us to go away. I can't figure it out.
What about the cloth that's right there? Yeah.
I feel like it's this thing, but I can't figure out how that thing...
Is that one of those, like, oh, you need a certain laser or whatever to open it up?
I don't think it's this thing. Oh my...
There you go. See?
Thank goodness you're here, Joe. Would have been here for days.
Well, you know, it's the whole gold thing.
Bye.
Oh, trapdoor.
Well, they realized because this game was so challenging with the different spells, they changed it so that you didn't have to change your spells all the time. But clearly there's still a couple of spots where you need
that. So, Luke Lee says they're going to try and add trading tomorrow, evidently. So you're saying that he could give us some stuff to jump us ahead. Luke Lee is like the simulator king. Oh, yeah. Grindmaster J, or L in this case.
Herbing. He's an herber.
What are you doing? I'm making herbs.
Sorry, that's a World of Warcraft reference for anyone out there that doesn't know what we're talking about. World of Warcraft, I loved just going around and collecting herbs, and I would not level my character to whatever, I think it was level 60 at the time. I was like, why aren't you level 60 right now? And I'm like, because I'm herbing. Out in the middle of nowhere.
Luke is like, that's the title on my Discord.
Perfect.
Where do you think I got it from? Just throwing that in there for you. No, I've called them that before. You even have that in the nickname God of Sims.
Yep. Oh dear. Okay. Can I have a...
It's usually, like, because I don't frequent the Roblox, so, like, some new Roblox will be out for a while. Say a month or whatever.
We're a little behind on our Roblox.
Right. So then the kids will make some reference to it, or I'll happen to see it. Or maybe, we see Lucely doing a video on it.
Right.
And it's the, like the first time, I think, when we ran into the bee swarm simulator, Lucely's already, like, super leveled up.
Yep. Never far behind.
And he's like, here, you want this? You want this? I got, like, tons of these things just sitting around not doing anything.
Wait, does Lucely play that quest game? The Dungeon Quest? Yeah.
Oh, that's from that other YouTuber channel that you were talking about?
Yeah.
They play a lot of... Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's called Dungeon Quest.
Dungeon Quest.
I still haven't played that.
And
then there's still the Lumion Legacy we still gotta do.
Oh, there's so many things. I know, that Lumion Legacy one.
Too many games.
There's too many games.
It's like I keep telling the kids when they're like, I'm bored, or I don't know what to play. Are you serious? We have over 1,000 games. Please, don't tell me that.
I did it!
Yay!
True wizard. Now I can stop collecting everything. I mean, I won't, but...
In that particular
in theory,
section.
I don't have to keep collecting coins.
So, Lumion Legacy, according to Lucely, got an update yesterday.
Oh, did it? Cool. Yeah,
The new and improved.
Eater Plays is, like, all over that Lumion Legacy, too.
Oh, I would imagine.
Then Think Noodles used to play the Pokemon one, so I still miss the Pokemon one. It's very hard for me to play anything else on Roblox since that disappeared.
Hey, free plays unlocked.
And I found Harry Potter.
The Girl Disguise. What does the house crest do?
Well, when you collect them all, then you get an extra gold brick.
Oh.
So it's just so that you collect all the gold bricks. The more gold bricks you get, the more stuff you can unlock.
Gotcha. So did the SquishyCake?
What?
Did Tragen wind up talking your ear off about Satisfactory when he went back upstairs?
No. Nope. Nope.
Because he was all uber excited because he went off to explore. Evidently got kind of bored of sitting in camp grinding, as it were, with the ores and trying to... With the Satisfactory, you're building a factory, science fiction style on an alien planet, and so I was trying to get some stuff together, so I was focused on it. I wasn't really talking a whole lot. And Trajan, I guess, kind of got bored. And I'm going to go off and explore. We haven't done that in a little while. Okay. We went off to explore. I wound up doing, some conveyor belt, here. Okay, so here's the ore's going to come to here, then it's going into a smelter, and then it's going to go from the smelter into a storage, and then the storage, it'll just kind of bypass through the storage and feed into this, like, assembler storage thing, or not storage, but assembler thing where it takes, so you go from, like, an iron ore to iron ingots to steel plate kind of thing. And so I was doing all that. And Trajan comes back and says, whoa, this looks really different from when I was here earlier. But only half the base has been built up in the last 20 minutes.
What could have changed?
Oh, well, see, here's the thing. Once you get going in that game, then it starts taking off faster. But it's that initial grind to get that, like... You have to, build a portable miner so that you can, have the thing automatically getting the ore, but then you got to come over every once in a while and get it from the ore grinder. Anyway, sorry. Again, playing Harry Potter and then not talking about Harry Potter.
Not talking about Harry Potter. That's fine. That's fine.
This is the Let's Talk About Games while playing one.
Sorry, it gave me a good chance to sneeze.
No, Luke Lee, we're not talking about Terratech, although Terratech is a very nice one. It's a game called Satisfactory. It's an Epic. And it came out, what was that? March? April, somewhere in there? We did a alpha test video and then had picked up the game and then had not done any videos on it for a while. And then finally today I was like, I today am playing Satisfactory. Anybody want to join me? And Tragen was like, yeah, I'll play. Gabe was like, no.
Christmas, Joe.
Hey, Christmas.
Everybody's got hats.
Well, isn't that special?
The best Christmas ever. Oh, we gotta go through the portrait. I gotta give her my...
You would think that they would wear like some like festive capes or something.
Festive capes? Those are wizards.
Oh, wow. Luke Lee says here that Dieter didn't get the initial stream of the update, and he did, and he got like 100 people watching at one point.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, dude. Merry Christmas in October. Well, you know, it's Harry Potter. It's their first couple ones. It's tradition for the movie to come out right after Thanksgiving.
Yup, true.
What were you doing on the first week of December? Watching Harry Potter.
I am excited about that. The new Fantastic Beasts. I don't know what.
Is there a third one coming out?
I think so. They alluded to a third at the end, but I don't think they've done a release date or anything. Oh, this is my least favorite episode or level. Yes, thank you.
Oh wow. So there is going to definitely be a Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 3. And it's got a release date of November 12th, 2021.
Wow.
With they've already got talks of a 4 and a 5 as well.
What?
Yeah. There's an article talking about 3, 4, and 5 from back in August of this year. So looks like they're planning on doing another 3. So we're like, you guys keep watching it, we'll keep making them.
Well, we'll keep watching them, alright.
Because, you know, money.
Money's good. Harry Potter's awesome, so.
Well, and the main character for Fantastic Beasts is kind of a great combo, I think.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the character. Hang on. Online, here I come. Eddie Redmayne. Or me? Anyway, he's the one that did the Stephen Hawking.
Okay.
He's the main character that does the animals. So anyway, I like him as an actor because I've actually seen him act.
Right.
You don't get the same person every time.
No, you don't.
So
he is definitely one of those actors that can do many things.
Right. So anyway, and then the whole kind of, you know, recluse, you know, animal lover, yet knows his stuff. I like it
as well.
And then the other person for me, well, it's 3 people that to me make that a really fun movie. It's him, obviously, with all the weird animals and needing to catch them and get them under control, and then his New York partner, which his name escapes me at the moment.
I don't remember the name.
And then his New York partner's girlfriend.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I was kind of sad because I didn't think she was going to have much of a role in the second one.
Uh-huh.
And it was like she's the only character that I really, really liked. I mean, I liked him too, but I liked her a lot. She did a good job. Ah, there's a book after me. Ouch.
I mean,
Nope.
you know, the Catherine Watterson does Tina a good job, don't you? But stating my preferences.
Yep. Okay, so I have to get this to the...
What are our favorite houses? Lukley wants to know.
What are our favorite houses? So I'm technically Ravenclaw, and I have gone back and forth with this with Joe as to which house he might be, and we can't decide between Slytherin and Gryffindor.
At the end of the day, it's probably.
It's most likely Gryffindor, yes. But some days...
It's like probably
Slytherin.
like... It's probably like that fringe Gryffindor guy that
Right.
has some
You could go either way.
friends, as it were.
And then Roxy is Hufflepuff, and Tragen and Gabe are Gryffindor. Marky and Hadrian feel like they're too young to make them choose a house.
Yep.
It's just-
Well, there's the videos, if you want to go through our back catalog. We did a couple of videos of the answer some questions, and it tells you what house you are.
Yeah, they did the Pottermore test. Yes.
Yeah, Pottermore.
Yep. Gabe and Trajan did the Pottermore test.
I think in regards to why is it your favorite?
Why is Ravenclaw my favorite?
Yeah, because I thought it was originally a Hufflepuff, I thought.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No way. Nope. Nope. I've actually... Okay, so when I worked at a summer camp called Winding Trails, they were big into the, what do you call it? The Capture the Flag game. And they would do a 4-way Capture the Flag game. And the teams were originally like the red, blue, yellow, green. And then because Harry Potter came out, it then switched to Harry Potter houses. So, of course, it became... There's actually a sorting hat that they would go through, and they would try really hard to get kids in the right houses for their personality. And then it same went for the counselors, so I ended up in Ravenclaw, which made sense. And my brother was in Ravenclaw, too. And we would all battle each other in a giant Capture the Flag game at the end, and there would be points throughout the entire 2 weeks of camp, and it was pretty funny. They went nuts. They even had a lighting of the torch, like the Olympics, where the archery guy would shoot a target out in the middle of the water, and it would light up on fire and explode, and the kids loved it, but thinking back, probably was not the best idea.
There's probably a lot of that stuff in childhood.
It's okay.
Like the,
It's not like I have it on camera or anything. There's no photographic evidence.
Oh, and the two people's names that I couldn't remember, the New York guy and the wizarding cohort, is Allison Sudol
Yes.
and Dan Fogel.
Yes.
Fogler.
Yes. He was so great. That was the
I'm
other
trying to
one. At the
remember
end of
where
the
I first saw
movie,
him.
I was like,
It was that...
the first movie you saw him in?
Yeah, because there was... I mean, I think he did some voice acting before. I'd have to look into his history, but the first movie I saw him in was the one where he... the ping pong paddle
Oh my...
champion.
That's the one. Why could I not place him? Yes, that ping pong. The Balls of Fury, was it called?
I think so.
Something weird. Didn't we go see that together? We were so confused.
It's possible. Yeah, Balls of Fury, 2007.
It's weird the things that I remember and yet can't remember. Horrible names and faces. Takes me forever to remember an actor or actress's name. I would not survive without IMDb, that's for sure.
Well, with it coming out in 2007, that wouldn't have been us going to see it in the theater. It was like the rental team. So Luke Lee says his definitely is Gryffindor because of the admiration for the way they faced stuff without fear.
Yes.
And but I think he thinks he belongs in Ravenclaw.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's pretty much the reason why I think that I'm more Gryffindor. Slytherin. It's because of the aspects. Because I've been in some emergency situations and, quote unquote, people are losing their minds. Or, what do we do? And it's just, this has got to get done. This is what we're doing.
How it's done.
Move it. Let's go.
Yep.
Of course, they say about emergency situations is that everyone tests you anew.
Yes.
So just because the last 12 times you were
prepared.
good to go, it doesn't mean that the next time you aren't going to, like, deer in the headlights freeze, like, huh? Oh, I don't know.
I spent a lot of time in the nurse's office as a kid. For fun, not because I was sick.
So what would you pull out of the hat? Wouldn't be that. What was that? I'm trying to remember the name of the sword now that he pulled.
Oh, I think Ravenclaw was a tiara or something. I don't remember what the weapon was.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the name of the sword for Gryffindor that he pulled out just in the show. Oh, and I love how the kids will get on me every once in a while. I kind of use show and video and movie kind of all interchangeably. If it's, like, oh, the video, the show, the... No, Dad.
That was in the movie. We're like, oh, yeah. Yes, it was.
Like, what is their definition? Like, video is like
Video
YouTube.
Is YouTube.
Show is like TV show.
Yeah.
It's very
specific.
Yeah, it's very black and white to them.
Well, because we set it up that way though too. Because when they would ask for a show or video, that's how they indicated where we were going. Are we going on Netflix? Are we going on YouTube? But now it's just so funny because they can say YouTube and Netflix
Waiting for
what they want to be watching.
Luke Lee says the part right now with the invisibility cloak was always what he wanted to be like as a kid. In the forbidden section of library books and having a cloak.
Or just sneaking around the house.
Right.
How are you supposed to get all the good stuff?
I'm on all the good forbidden magic stuff.
Right.
These things. Like, they had that motif in, or that concept in,
there is a
Doctor Strange. Where he was at that Tibetan monk forbidden library.
Oh, yeah.
I think my favorite part was in the Harry Potter, though, out of the different magic stuff in this time period, was the magic mirror.
I think that's what we're about to find right here.
Yeah. But and that's what it reminded me. But that is, I think, my favorite part. Because it gives you whatever you desire, and you can lose yourself in it. like it's a aphrodisiac drug direct pinned to your brain, and you could wind up dying in front of this mirror because you wouldn't care about going to go eat or take care of yourself. Which is why they had it in the forbidden section under wraps. LED.
Really dangerous. Well, you even said it was dangerous after you found it. Dun, dun. All around everyone.
Well, doesn't he actually,
Well, he's the second. He's the youngest boy of the family.
Right.
So he sort of missed out on being first for a lot of things, and everyone was really good at everything else. He felt left out.
Well, I was going to say, but doesn't he wind up with Hermione at the end?
Yes. Yep. That's why I said
I'm really up on it because I, watched the movies only 2-3 times, and
whereas
maybe
I've
a few more times
seen the
than 2 or 3.
movies many times, and I have
And
read
the
the books multiple times, and again, summer camp, that's all we talked about for, oh my god, that's all, they all talked about, all the kids, all of the adults.
Here.
The new Harry Potter book is out. Who's read it? Oh, there's a big
SquishyCake.
controversy. Yes.
You mean Dumbledore?
Yeah, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
When Dumbledore died, one of the counselors let it slip before many people had read the book. Oh, was she in trouble?
Luke-Lee's watched the whole series 7 times over.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you.
It's like that badge. I got another hash mark.
Yep.
Till at such point you wind up being
I've got my Ravenclaw shirt.
right, the you're firmly in the camp of the Lord of the Rings fan, Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan, Harry Potter fan.
In fact, there was just a meme the other day. Don't be awkward, don't be awkward, don't be awkward. What's your Harry Potter house? Your Hogwarts house. Yeah, that's...
I like Harry Potter a lot too. That's why I'm glad that they're doing the Fantastical Beasts.
Yes.
Because I'm glad that they're continuing on with that universe.
Well, I wish you would write more books too. I miss Harry.
Well, no offense, but I think what she should do at this point is, as it were, license it out.
Right. Well,
and just have like a final authority.
She said from the beginning she would never do that.
Huh?
She said from the beginning she would never do that.
And once she dies, I don't think there's...
Well... She has a kid.
I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's it's my baby. You want to hold on to it, but when you have people clamoring for it, or it's going to make you a buttload of money...
Fine
boatload, excuse me. Then, why wouldn't you do that? Because there are some fantastic writers out there that would do a phenomenal job, just like she would.
Okay, I think this is going to be my last level, Joe.
Okay.
Mainly because of my nose.
The scary forest is too much for you?
The scary forest is terrifying. I do have to go to sleep at some point tonight.
Anybody for some canned unicorn meat?
No! Don't hurt the unicorn.
And Luke Lee's not much of a Star Trek fan.
What?
I honestly don't blame too many people for not being Star Trek fans, because it's so hard sometimes to be a Star Trek fan and just see them stumble and fall all the time. I'm like, oh, this could have been really... Oh, it didn't really go where it should have. It's more of like, for Star Trek fans, I think where it comes from isn't like the direct show itself per se. Like, if you're talking the original Star Trek series, you have to be an older person, I think, like myself. I think it's really hard for younger people to get into that older series because of it being from the 60s. Huh?
The original series.
Right, the original series.
Okay.
Well, the original series, the reason why I bring that up is good with the original series, there's the chemistry between Spock and Bones and
Galaxy
Captain
Quest
Kirk
ruined.
that they played off of.
Yes.
Right.
But Galaxy Quest ruined it. Like, you can't sit there and watch it anymore because you're like...
And knowing that they didn't get along.
Does the rolling help?
Yeah. But at any rate, so that to me, that's where the original Star Trek, when I watched it as a kid, I liked it for that aspect and all that. And then, of course, you get more complicated interests. But then it's more for what you like as the kind of, call it a utopia of, human society not any longer going after greed for, like, oh, there's no money and all that, which there's people that have various papers and stuff talking about, oh, that's not true. And there's, the latinum and stuff that people wind up doing.
Okay, interesting.
So Luke Lee goes, and OMG, Groppy is such a BFG dude, I love him.
What? Yeah, explain that one to Joe.
I'm not sure. Luke Lee, can you explain what you mean? Ropey? Roppy? I think that's a typo. Maybe.
Okay. That would make a lot of sense. Ah, yes.
What's the name of the house elf?
Dobby!
Dobby.
Or Dobby.
Dobby. Yeah, the master's giving Dobby a sock?
Dream come true.
It's like the ultimate underhand, like, hi, I'm the child that got you bad. Gropey the Giant that came back with Hagrid in the 7th book, comparing him to the BFG, which is the big friendly giant. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh my goodness, I'm pressing the wrong button.
So, Melissa, SquishyCake, you would know that.
What? BFG?
No, the 7th book.
What?
He's saying Groppy the Giant is the one came back with Hagrid in the 7th book.
Yeah, his brother. I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, I was sort of disappointed that the brother wasn't more, of a good guy, better element to the story. He was better in the movies, if I remember right, than he was in the books. In the books, it was not.
What? His brother was in the movies?
Yeah, the brother was in the movies. Right?
Wow, I'm gonna have to rewatch the movies.
Well, I had to rewatch the last movies because I watched the first couple many, many times, whereas the last ones I did not.
That's true. I have watched the beginning of the series far more, like double the amount.
Right. Well, and even with the kids, because the last ones are very scary. We have not shown them the last couple. In fact, I haven't even had the audiobooks for the last 5, 6, and 7 book. We didn't do those just because it's intense. Especially as a nighttime, bedtime story. Not necessarily that they're not ready for it, because Tragen clearly is, but when you're trying to fall asleep, it's not something you want to hear.
Well, Trajan probably would.
It's true. They do all like scary things. Just really odd.
Please
like
stop
Joe and
the
I,
bendy
we are
and the
not
FNAF
into
and
horror
the...
stuff at all. Like at all. Out of all the movies that we own, we have no horror movies. And yet these kids are like, let's watch this. And it's all like
I think
horror stuff.
the only two legit horror movies that fall under that classification I'm pretty sure I have the original Jaws.
It's not a horror movie.
Huh?
I don't think that counts as horror. I think it's sci-fi. I know it scared you as a child.
Right.
It's why Joe does not like the ocean. Okay. Shh. I'm letting all your secrets out on YouTube.
And then John Carpenter's The Thing, which hands down for me is like one of the best. Like,
and our kids would watch that and just like
thematic horror movie. Like the whole scenario. You're in the Antarctic and good luck. Actually, there's a couple of video games that are out that are essentially that.
Yeah.
Well, no. The only one that I have that's like that is I picked it up on sale the other day because I wanted it. Impact Winter. It's like a post-apocalyptic, kind of like the... What's that Day After Tomorrow or whatever, where it's the super freeze of the United States. It's super unrealistic.
What are you talking about? They could have totally survived in that library for...
the hundreds of feet of snow or whatever. Anyway, so it's sort of like that, where it's like you gotta survive 30 days until pickup kind of thing, and supplies are running low and they're harder to find, and it starts off pretty good. I mean, it certainly is kid-friendly enough in the beginning, but I guess it must get darker as you go on. Like, probably from needing to make decisions of, yeah, you get the medicine and you don't, so you die. Sorry. So, because you're like the leader of like these like 5 people, and you're the only one that goes out and collects things. So, I guess it must get dark for the decisions you have to make.
Yep. You're the only one with all those hard choices.
So, off topic.
Off topic.
He says that he just wanted to say that for supper today he had pizza made from on taco shells. It was a bit odd, but it was really good.
What? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to go dairy free, so pizza's kind of off the list
right
now.
Girl.
Just because of lactose intolerance and
Officially
most all
done with the allergy
everyone.
problems. It is officially everyone. Well, everyone but Tragen, and Tragen has been begging us to go vegan for like 2 years now. Thank you so much, Odd Ones Out. So now he's like super excited that everyone needs to go dairy free. Because he's like, now we can all be vegan! I'm like, oh, yep, sure? Yep. Because technically Hadrian needs to be egg free, so most of my baking at this point has been dairy free, and I try to do egg free whenever I can.
Anyway, the point being that taco shells would be like trying to think of a way to do pizza-like, but with the dairy-free.
Well, you can still do pizza dough. The dough that I used to make.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you do? But then, what do you have for the ingredients / keeping it all together? Because you can still do the tomato paste / sauce.
Come on, aren't you excited to try some vegan cheese? It smells really weird and tastes really weird, but
I guess we could just put
my
tofu
friend makes
through a
a
shredder.
really good what is it called? Cashew mozzarella cheese. And she swears.
You know, after hearing about like the amount of industrial waste that goes into
not even that
cashews and almonds.
Have you seen the video about what the women go through to like collect the cashews?
Ugh.
Oh man, their fingers are permanently like tarred over and stuff. Like
I'm surprised they're having people manually do that. Like they don't have a machine that just shreds.
To do it. That's what I said. I was like, I thought for sure by now, but
I know, like they have like what is it or is it almonds? They have the machine that comes up and holds the tree on either side and just and it just shakes the tree really bad.
Nope.
Yeah. And then it's got like a little umbrella.
They don't have that for the cashews.
Right. I know because cashews are different.
The cashews.
Huh?
They have something to pick the cashew fruit thing.
Right.
But not to open it up because it's a very weird fruit thing.
Right.
So
sounds like they need an industrial robot hand.
But why do that when you have old ladies who...
Immigrant pickers?
Yeah.
Other than the fact you don't have to pay them... Well, I suppose they don't pay them any dental or any health care and all that anyway.
That's for sure. For how many cashews we eat over here, there's no way they're getting paid enough.
Into the tree, Eba, into the forest you go.
So yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm not big on the... We try to be aware of all the things that are going on. Not easy.
Odd One Out was a really cool animator. I think he's a decent animator in regards to the style that he has.
He's a good storyteller.
But right, it's the storytelling and his personality that does it.
You can't say that he's a good animator because a lot of his stuff is he's having other animators help him now. So while
just to get it out faster.
Well, to get out faster, but also because he's trying to bring to light other animators on the platform, which is really nice of him.
That's cool.
So, but a lot of his videos are multiple people helping. So.
I just remember obviously the kind of, I'm sure the classic with most people's introduction is, I remember our introduction was running across his Subway video.
Oh, the Subway.
So much so that then that became a thing for Tragen wanting to have Subway sandwiches. Or was that a year?
Yep, every
day. Kept bugging us.
Every day. Wanted more soups. More soups.
Then we convinced him that we could just make them at home.
Yes, we did. But now we don't have cheese anymore, so... I don't think he'll be convinced to eat a ham soups. Especially since he wants to be vegan.
And then Luke Lee says the only thing that he knows more about than Harry Potter is Pokemon.
Yep, that would... Gabe knows a lot about Pokemon.
Yeah, I feel like Gabe is like that sponge when it comes to like Pokemon and then Star Wars.
Yes. It used to be Batman and Thomas the Train when he was really little.
Yeah, that's something that he used to watch religiously.
Oh yeah.
Dropped and nobody else has picked it up.
Nope. Well, we didn't really push it with the other things either, and it wasn't something that was like available on YouTube.
Make sure you snap these in place now.
Oh my goodness, stop. They're flying all over the place. This blue one keeps reforming because it's having a fit. What the heck? Okay, this is not the right order anything. Where did I get up from?
Yeah, it got to the point where Luke Lee, it got to the point where Gabe's now been reading Star Wars books.
Yes.
So it's that now you're starting to go deep into canon.
Yeah, like the novels. That
like there's you could watch the like shows, the cartoons, the everything, and there's a bunch of stuff that obviously wouldn't get covered because it was only covered in the books.
Right.
There's a couple of YouTube channels that are trying to make their quote-unquote living off as it were, deep diving into the books.
Really?
Yeah, you're just like, covering like little snippets.
Sure.
Like what about this? Well, this was the battle of whatever. And they'll do like a 10-minute video on it or whatever.
Oh, this is wrong. Extra. No, that's
Certainly better than, what was the channel that I saw today? Where they were doing, the kids were watching one, and it was talking about like Pixar movies.
Oh, yeah.
But all it was doing was like describing the movie while showing random bits of the movie. And then would do maybe one or two...
What was the Easter egg?
Easter egg things, right. That you're like... So this, say, call it 14-minute video, there's 30 seconds that has to do with the Easter eggs. The rest of it is just describing the movies, like, like verbatim, like reading the back of a DVD cover kind of thing. And it kind of made me sick, because it's like, and this is and to me, it's like it chalks up to, and this is the kind of thing that YouTube doesn't like, and we don't really like, is the people doing videos for views, as it were. Like a cheap way to do a video, like, oh yeah, here, let me just splice together a whole bunch of Moana snippets and then talk about it for 7 minutes without actually saying anything.
Right.
And then point out one thing. Oh, hey, did you know that this right here? And they probably have a whole series. Like there's like 20 videos of like Easter eggs, and rather than put them all in one video, they do the same thing for each video. I think Mugli was saying he read a couple of novels as a kid, but doesn't really remember anything about it. I think the only show that I read books on was Robotech, and mostly it was was it Alan Dean Foster? Somebody else. But it mostly just went over what was in the animation anyway. Didn't really expound on it much.
Yeah,
you want to talk about like like sci-fi series that has a ton of books? Because one of my friends at work was talking about it. Warhammer 40,000. Which is like kind of, as it were, it's obscure, but it's not obscure if you're into the sci-fi stuff. But there is a plethora, and we don't get to use that word often enough. There's the plethora of books that just dive deep into that world.
I thought you were going to say Goosebumps. Like Goosebumps.
And isn't this the Dark Forest area with the spider?
The hidden forest. They don't show the spider in this sequence.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Was it Star Wars Battlefront 2? They're in the options. One of the games has the little check mark, arachnophobia.
What?
Yeah. So if you were arachnophobia, you check mark it, and evidently the game won't show you spiders.
Oh my goodness. Is that bad?
Because, well, hey, it's like making a building handicap accessible. The same thing with, like, I know for sure in the Battlefront 2 they gave options for the different types of color blindness.
Oh, okay.
So, like, in the video options, you can select, like, whatever style of color blindness you have.
Full color blindness, red color blindness, or green.
Right. There was, like, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So, the arachnophobia is just another aspect of that. Which, hey, if you can afford to do that little tweak, makes it more accessible for folks. I personally think as a mandatory...
Me think that the spider situation in that game must have been pretty serious. They need to remove them for some people.
I reiterate my open letter to all developers everywhere is to have the no blood option.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Stop making games that are just gory for no apparent reason. They're so well, that and the no swearing. There should be like a no swearing checkbox, and there should be a no blood checkbox.
Yeah.
Because remember the really bad example I told you about, where it was what was it, Cargo Commander? It was an indie game. I'm like, this was really cool. It had a cool dynamic of like 3-dimensional kind of, you go into the ship and get your parts, and the gravity would be all weird. And the game looked awesome. And I even went and was looking at people's videos. I'm like, okay, yep. And then can't remember the person. It wasn't Gray Plays, but it was somebody else. Anyway, watched his video fully through. It was like a 23-minute video. Watched it. I'm like, I'm getting all hyped. Like, yeah, here's a game we could get. And it's not, per se a gun game. There's some actual, like, platforming, like, 3-dimensional, like, thinking, etc. How it's, like, how you're gonna tackle this puzzle. And at the end of the video, I kid you not, like, at the 22-minute mark, he gets an upgrade. And the character starts doing, like, the Italian put your hand and then, fist pump. And starts doing the, F word.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no,
every
I
2 seconds.
About this.
Yeah. And why? Indie developers just have this thing. I want to have it gory and I want to have it swearing. Why? Why? I mean, it's different, like, if it's a GTA 5, your gangster movie or a game or something like that, where it's based on, like, criminal element or that kind of lower environment, as it were.
Like, I like that. What's that? The Fat Princess game.
Yeah.
Where you can turn it off, and then instead
the confetti.
of blood, it's confetti. Like, that's a cute.
That's the way it should be.
Game should be that.
It should be no blood, and it turns the blood into confetti. Right. So when you get a person popped, as it were, it's just, and it's like a piñata, like you burst a piñata.
Yep.
Yay!
Or like the Legos, they all fall apart.
Right.
Yep. Agreed.
And it would make a ton of games more accessible to that, like E10.
Yeah. Right, because sometimes 12. It's not the story that's the problem; it's just the graphics.
Right.
And you eliminate that, and now,
like the Cargo Commander, there was nothing wrong with the game until the F-bomb, and I was like, well, so much for that game.
Yep.
Because if that happens, then what else is going to happen down the road?
Right. There was another game on things like that. Okay. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
My nose is done.
Hey, Effecto! Popped in. I missed it for a second because I was talking. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Effect is here.
Yeah.
Yay! How's it going tonight? We just kidnapped the kids' channel so we could play some games.
Yep. Do a little bit of Lego Harry Potter, because we don't do enough Lego games. Actually, I spun up Lego Worlds the other day.
Yep.
And I had just reminded myself, oh, I love this game so much. Why do they not support it and make it like a Roblox type platform / Minecraft and rule the roost? So just to read off here. So Lukley says he's excited, going to talk about Pet Sim 2.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to become really popular because he got 500 subs off of the Pet Sim 1.
Oh,
so that's good.
Here too.
Fecto popped in, like I said, and then they're greeting each other. Let's see. Hope we're having fun. Yes, and Mrs. Samantha Roblox also has popped in.
Yep.
Hey, how you guys? Hello.
For FNA.
Yep, FNA. Woohoo! Lego games, Star Wars, and Indiana Jones are Effecto's
I haven't played the Indiana Jones one yet. I've seen.
I played a little bit of that one.
Jurassic Park one, and then Star Wars. Of course, we did Star Wars.
We should do the retro.
Do the retro? So
well, like this, where we do the late night.
Late night retro Lego games. Let's
run through them.
I know, because I played the Pirates of the Caribbean one for like 10 minutes one time. I still have to do that one.
Yep. There's the Pirates, Indiana Jones.
We have them all. Jurassic Park.
I know. Well, and we have almost all of them on Steam.
Yes.
Because we had a number of them on the PlayStation, and then that was, that was back in the days where all I had was a cruddy laptop and the PlayStation. So, all the gaming was done on the PlayStation. Games were. And then, of course, getting a desktop and getting into doing YouTube, and it was let's start doing Steam. And I got crazy buying games for Steam on sale. And just way too many. And then, of course, the Lego games, when they go on sale, they're awesome. Because they'll, what is it, once or twice a year, they'll do a sale on the Lego games where basically almost all of them are on sale for $5.
Yes. And that's why we get them. We go to the store, find more.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, and as a trick for people that are quote-unquote serious gamers, Humble Bundle, if you're a monthly subscriber, which I finally caved and did that, you get 20% off automatically in the store. So when it runs a sale, let's say if it's 50% off, your 20% gets tagged on top of that.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yep.
Because then it's like kind of like a wholesale club in a way, where it's like, what kind of deals can you get? Well, if you do this type of deal, then you can get this, and then of course now you have with Stadia coming out, which is Google, where it's the pay X amount, and so now you just lease the library of games, as it were, and PlayStation has had their Play Now for a while, and it seems like that's kind of that's going to be the next route, where it's like, you're going to have that GameFly, Stadia, whatever you choose, Play Now, whatever you choose to have for the library of games that you want to play.
Yep.
Who knows? Minecraft is an endless pool of content, absolutely.
Between the mods. And
yes, Effecto, that's it. The Humble Bundle, they add the 20% on top of the sales. So, and then on top of that, usually you have to be careful, and this is why you use the SteamDB info website, because most of the time that I've seen, Humble Bundle, their sales are quote-unquote cheaper than Steam. Maybe it's only 10 cents on this game, maybe it's $1, I don't know. But then you add your 20% in on top of that. So then it's definitely, like, I just picked up Descenders, because that mountain bike game, I think the cheapest it was on Steam so far was $17 or $15, and with the sale and the discount, it got it like knocked down to $12.99, so $13. Which I'm like, with the history of like when it came out and now, it's not going to be any cheaper anytime soon. So I was like, all right, we'll pick it up now. Add to the list of games we haven't done videos on yet. Discord Nitro, Samantha Roblox says that downloaded a ton from the Discord Nitro. Probably never have time to play them. Oh, totally can relate to that.
Yep. Too many games, not enough time.
Right. Well, I've gotten to the point now where, like, my little trick is I'm trying to... Okay, having the kids do videos is like herding cats. It's very much like the temperamental mood of what they're in and what they feel like playing with. So you might go in going, all right, here's the plan. This is what we're going to do. And the kids go, nah, I don't want to play that. Okay, that just shot that plan. But my plan is to try and get a discipline into doing, like, themes. So, like, to help play through a large list of games is, okay, so, for instance, October is technically the letters F and R.
Yes.
You know, so it's like, oh, I don't know what to play. Okay, we'll go into Steam, go through our list of games, and start looking at the F's and the R's.
And not just do that.
To kind of, narrow it down.
Right.
And then the other thing is then also is to do theme, like, okay, like October we had the, aside from Halloween being the big day, I'm thinking of last month, the Talk Like a Pirate Day was September 19th. So you could do like, oh, okay, so September is pirates. So you would do like Tempest or Maelstrom or Pirates of the Caribbean, pirate theme. So that was a big diatribe off of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay.
That's sort of like I'm the lonely hunter in the wild, so I don't get to talk about it often. Oh, speaking of which, I can talk about this. I got a key for, I don't know if you guys have run across Endless Mission, but Endless Mission is, you can go watch the trailer and take a look at it. They have a closed beta going on right now, so I can't really can't record anything, definitely, can't really talk about anything in it. But doing the closed beta is taking a look at how the architecture is for it, and it looks like it has some potential. It's one of the reasons why I bookmarked it. One of the reasons why I signed on to the beta. I'll take more of a look at it going forward when I have the spare time. But last night, spent an hour on it, and as soon as we can wind up letting you folks know, I'll try and do something on it. Let's see what else we got in chat. So then, Luke, speaking mods, might or might not be doing a modded series with Iron Guy soon on Minecraft. That would be cool. What kind of mods are you looking at doing? I don't know. SquishyCake, did you have any mods that you were wanting to do?
No.
Top of your list?
I'm not big on the mods, mainly because, having a technological black thumb, downloading things that might have viruses scare me. Even though I know Joe can fix it.
Worst case scenario is we'll just have to flatline it and rebuild it from scratch.
See, that's terrifying. But I've also had many, many computers flatline and have to rebuild, and I did not enjoy that process. Scarred for life. Too many times.
Alright.
The project's lost. Okay? This is like big deal when you're an art student and your life is digital art and you lose everything on your computer. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Not something you want to do again.
Now they can't even really give away. They're like, oh, here's a 32 gig thumb drive. Nah, I'm good. Don't need it. And then there's the super teeny ones that are like, this is as big as my pinky. Like the first digit of my pinky.
Yeah, I know.
And it's the size of a small, like the eraser tops that you would put on pencils. Like, it's smaller than that. Like, yeah, no, that's totally going to get lost.
I found a girl, Joe. Look at that.
Oh, the Samantha Roblox says, God bless you for the sneeze, by the way. LOL.
Yes,
just powering
my
through
allergies
a
are
cold coming on,
my butt
or
right now.
allergy.
I don't know what I did.
And yes, she took some medicine.
I did. I'm allergic to cats, so I took that one. And then I have wonderful fall seasonal allergies. I have to take a different one for that. Very entertaining. But I can't live without cats, so...
You have 3 of them. It's kind of hard not to.
I will take whatever I need to.
All right. Well, with SquishyCake being a little bit under the weather and it almost being 1 a.m. Eastern time here.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to wrap it up.
I'm just going to watch the
Thank
kids
you,
tomorrow.
everyone, for stopping by.
Yes.
Please feel free to go through our existing videos and playlists. We've got plenty. We did the Sticks and Bones recently, talking about pirates earlier, which is a great indie game done by one developer. Check it out. And as usual, if you liked it, leave a like. Please subscribe. It helps us out. Have a great night. And we will all see you in your videos. You can see us in ours. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.